Hey guys, today I'm going over my top 2020 fantasy breakout QB candidates. At number one, I've got the newly acquired Carolina Panthers quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. Last year he was 133 for 196 for 1384. He had 9 touchdowns and 2 picks. This is a guy who's probably my favorite breakout candidate at QB this year. Last year, filled in for Breeze when he hurt his thumb from week 7 to 11, and Bridgewater was a QB9 in that span. He went 5 and 0. I think he's been kind of viewed as a game manager, but you look at the Panthers and they have so many good offensive weapons. You got the best running back in the game, Christian McCaffrey. You've got DJ Moore, who was a breakout last year. You've got newly signed Robbie Anderson, who can stretch the field, Curtis Samuel, and basically every pick that they made in the draft was to improve their defense, which should give the offense more time on the field. So when I look at Bridgewater, I see a lot of weapons. I see a lot of opportunity. He's not really a big rusher, but he can scramble when he needs to. And really, the funny thing with Bridgewater is he might even go undrafted. So even if you need a late pick or you don't draft him, he's probably going to be there for you. All right, at number two, I've got Daniel Jones, quarterback for the New York Giants. Last year, 284 for 459, a little over 3,000 yards. He had 24 touchdowns and 12 picks. And he also showed his playmaking on the ground. He had 45 rushes for 279 and 2 touchdowns. Now, here's a guy, a lot of people were down on him going so high in the 2019 draft. He went sixth overall. To me, I think he proved a lot of people wrong. He only went 3 and 9 as a starter, but he had 4 top 2 fantasy finishes. So 33% of his starts, he finished as a top 2 QB on the week. And he also had 3 4+ touchdown games. I think only 2 other rookie quarterbacks have done that in NFL history. And also, Barkley was out some of the year, and Golden Tate didn't get into the action until week 5. Darius Slayton obviously stepped up to help, but he really didn't have that many playmakers. Um, Obviously the big red flag here, he fumbled 18 times last year. And I think you see this with a lot of young QBs, a lot of young players. He's got a tough schedule to start, so I don't imagine he's going to be drafted very high. But if you're looking for a nice late round gem, Daniel Jones could be your guy. And at number three, I've got Kyler Murray for the Cardinals last year, 349 for 542, a little over 3,700 yards with 20 touchdowns and 12 picks. And obviously, the guy's a beast on the ground, 93 carries, 544 and 4 touchdowns. Now, DeAndre Hopkins coming in, that's going to be a huge boost to that offense. And last year, weeks 1 through 11, Kyler Murray was the QB5, and it kind of turned down in the second half, weeks 13 through 17. He was the QB 23. But you look at his accomplishments from last year, he's the second rookie in NFL history with 3,700 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 500 rushing yards. The only other guy to do that was Cam Newton. The turnovers were definitely a problem last year, the 12 picks. He also had 5 fumbles. But like I said with Daniel Jones, a lot of guys struggle with turnovers their freshman year. And I just think, coming into this season, he's pretty much the number 3 QB in my mind behind Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. He's a threat on the ground. He's got a lot of weapons around him. You've got Cliff Kingsbury implementing his system in the second year, and Kyler Murray's my number 3. All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps your 2020 season, and I'll be back with more videos.